Hello everyone, Gigs here once again on the MineSaga server, Western realm. Today and I've already played around with minions before, but I'm having a little bit more fun with minions. And the reason I am doing that, excuse me little floating penguin, is because I managed to get myself a miner module. So this little guy here is in mine mode. Oops. So, if we have a look, we can see that she's actually mining away at the cobble gen. It's not just all cobble, but at the cobble gen. So you can see that's happening right there. Very different to the genning miners that we have here that are genning cobble, or like they're mining at a cobble gen but actually not doing it. It's virtual. So I thought I would see how much money I can get from all of these guys if I have them all set up and fully upgraded. So I've upgraded all of their levels. If we go into here, you'll see that it's unlocked at level 5. So I've upgraded all their levels, and I've got them all coming into different chests. So I have a Jenna, so the little blue one over there is linked to this chest, not the magenta one. The magenta one's over there. The mini miner here is locked into here. My little mini gigs is locked into the XP one, and I've got a farmer one. So I haven't got the farmer on the carrots though. I've got the farmer on warts, nether warts. So again, fully upgraded. So she is farming this entire block here. So the question is out of these guys fully upgraded, which one is going to create the most amount of money for me? So this has been going about nearly 4 minutes. So visually you can already see that between the gen mode versus miner mode, just visually you can see that the gen mode is creating more for me. It makes no difference which pick you put in there because the enchantments don't work on the miners. XP minion, a little bit harder to tell. So these two easy for a direct comparison, but what you're going to keep in mind is that the value of each item that's being sold in here is different. Now, two other things to keep in mind. One other thing to keep in mind. Oh no, two things. Obviously, to farm, crops need to grow. And you can tell by how much is already in here that the netherwort actually grows quite fast. And for the XP minion, because she's only got blaze up there, yes, she's also getting the magma cubes, but they don't do any drops. It's a pure XP thing. So she's only going to be putting blaze rods in there when the blaze spawn and she kills them. And obviously the number of spawners you've got up there is going to make a difference as to how much she is going to make for you. The other thing is XP. So these three, the XP minion, the miner and the Jenna, are all collecting XP. So if I go into their here, I'll see that I've got XP, but the farming minion doesn't. The farming minion, the warty minion in here, get it right, no XP, because there is no XP in farming. So it's been nearly 6 minutes now. I think I've been prattling on. Let's sell the stuff and see how much we make. So farmer is 6,010. The gen is 3,216. The miner is 1,216, and the blaze is 744. So quite clearly our little warty minion here is making us the most money at a point where everything is upgraded. So that's me going in and spending a fair bit of money to make sure that these guys are fully upgraded. Now, the question is, does that stay the same if I downgrade them? So if I put them back to level 1, how much are they going to be making for me? Because I'm guessing the upgrade is the amount of speed at which this can go, and in reality, speed is also dictated here by how quickly the cobble forms. So it's actually going to have something to mine in order for that to happen. So upgrading it may make no difference here. We did see last time I did an experiment with the genning that there was differences. Oops, I'm getting stuck on the glass there. That there's differences in the levels, but not huge differences in the levels. So you may see very little difference in these two here. But 100% you'll see a difference in the farmer, and the reason for that is because each farming level reduces the amount that the farmer can reach. So level 1 is purely just this little round here. So I will walking on soul sand, so slow. So I will leave things here right this very second. I will run around, and the only way to downgrade all these guys is for me to pick them up, put them back down, and reset their chests and all that sort of thing. A lot of work. But I'll do all of that, and I'll wait around about the 5 minutes, and then I'll come back to you and we will see what goes on. Phew, that took a while. Mistakes were made, forgot to relink chests, things, but that's okay, we're all done now, it's all set up. Everyone's doing their little job. We've got a few more seconds to go before we look at the results for it to be around about that 5-6 minute mark again. Just one thing I wanted to sort of quickly point out is that for the little minor one here, obviously the level of your island dictates what stone and ores and things you were getting in on here. Before I started this, I did get some island level blocks and upgraded my island level a little bit just to make sure that I was up high enough that I was getting the best blocks that I could be getting from this cobble gen. I don't think that I can get any more. I don't think sponge or the solid blocks are appearing here anymore. Feel free to correct me, but if they are, I don't know what island level I need to get to in order to get that, because I would have thought that 261k is a fairly high level. I'm now ranking 51. If you have to get even higher than that in order to get higher value blocks, it's getting a little bit crazy, but you never know. So we're now at a similar mark to what we were before. Let's see what we have in our little chest. So our farmer has got 310. The gen 2516. The miner 1184, and our XP 1266. So it's fairly easy to see that without any upgrades at all, so without spending any money, the gen minion is still the one that is going to consistently give you that money. XP is going to depend on obviously how many blaze spawners you've got sitting up inside of here. So I think I have around 20. Oh no, I don't. I have 16. So 16 blaze. So if I sank more money into that, so if I spent the 35-ish, actually more than that, probably around 40 million that I was going to upgrade a gen miner for on blaze spawners, then obviously I would be making more money here. So it really just depends. But obviously when they were fully upgraded, the farmer was definitely the one that was able to farm more and therefore get more in. So it really depends on the long-term gain. If I upgrade my farmer, how quickly are they going to make me my money back on the upgrade costs? So the miner here has fairly cheap upgrades. They go up in so it's a 3 million mark, so they're going up in those increments, whereas the farmer I think is the same as the gen minion, which is going up in the 5 million increments. Yes. So you'd be spending a bit of money on getting this. So it's about how long it would take for you to get your payback on upgrading your minions. Again, I don't think from the previous experiments that we did that upgrading the gen minion is that worth it. The farming one, there's a huge difference between the payouts, between the obviously because of the sheer volume that you're picking versus the smaller volume here. Upgrading it, if you're going to use the farm mode, is definitely the way to go, but you'd probably want to be doing a little bit of math to try and work out what your payback is on the amount of money that you'll be investing in it. So but definitely the mining minion is a bust. Sorry, but you're not worth it. You need to go back to genning again. So I think after all that, I will definitely put this one back on genning. Obviously I like the XP that I'm getting from here, so little mini gigs will stay up there. Actually I want some pigman spawners. I wonder if I can put them up there. Probably not. It's probably not dark enough, but we'll see. But farming minion I might actually just leave there. I've gone to all the trouble of setting up all the nether wart and things like that. I think I'll upgrade little warty minion there, and let them keep on mining the blah 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 blah, the nether wart, because it was bringing in a nice amount of cash. But that was a little bit of an interesting little experiment. So I think I'll leave it there for today. A lot of effort to go around playing around with all these minions. I don't think I want to do this ever again. However, thank you very much for joining me, and you have a great day.